Welcome to KonKonscantina. Grab a drink, sit back, and relax.
This is our centennial.
This is it.
Our centennial episode.
Centennial? Is that the word?
I don't know. Centennial's 100. I know that much.
Is it really? In what language?
English.
Is it? Doesn't sound English. What is up, everybody? It is your boy. It's KonKon. Back.
Middle school English.
At it again. Is it middle school English? I failed middle school English.
Sitting, a lot.
Yeah, like a lot. Sitting across from me, as always, the man himself, the Bionic Man.
Jay Breezy.
Oh, I'm turning down I'm like, why is the music not going down?
Like,
there
turn
we go.
my mic up.
Yeah, I know. My goodness. Well, it's hard to hear ourselves.
We've never done this before.
I know, right? Guys,
It's
this is
mobile show with our new board. This is the first mobile show with our new board. We're out
Is
and
it?
about.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. And we are at Toll Road Brewing Company. Your freaking ring
Somebody's
camera.
at my front door.
Someone's at your front door. We are doing our 100th episode here at Toll Road Brewing Company. My favorite brewery. Hopefully we're able to...
They did the quintessential, like, walk into your local bar and they know your name when you walked in.
Yeah,
so.
it was like kind of like the Cheers thing. Everyone's
It's like, hey, where you been?
Yeah. And I've been a stranger lately because, life's busy and,
No excuse.
no excuse apparently.
We're wrong again.
Mike's
what?
special is in your cup. No, you
It's
don't have
not.
that. You don't have
you
that
know
yet.
what?
You're
And
saving that.
That's what I have.
We're gonna go into it right.
Welcome to KonKon's Cantina. What are you having? But remember, no droids.
All right, so first beers. I've had it on the show before.
I feel we're gonna enter the cantina many times.
Many times.
This
Yeah,
episode.
you're gonna hear that. You're gonna get tired of that bumper.
I don't
Did
know
we
if
ever
I-
name our cantina droid? Jared.
A droid?
Yeah, Jared. Yeah,
I hired
the barkeep.
Tamora Morrison.
That's
to
true.
do
I
that
forgot.
voiceover
Yeah,
work.
my bad. I missed that one. So Tamora is going to be
Retired
greeting
clone
you.
trooper.
Yeah,
Bartender.
He's going to be greeting you a lot this episode. I am drinking the To Heffenbach. It is their Heffenweisen. It is my second favorite beer at the brewery. Man, I can't give something 10 out of 10 Mandos right off the rip.
You're
Just
like, immediately
10
like,
out of 10. 10. No, To Heffenbach is really good. I've gotten it on Crowler, and I've gotten it, I've gotten their draft before too. I actually think that it's better if it sits in the fridge in the Crowler longer. I think it does taste different. I think it has like more sour to it. This is an 8 out of 10 for me. I really like it. I didn't know I liked Heffenweisens until I had this beer.
Although we're in fall, it's hot as crap outside, so I needed something crisp, and I went for their Kolsch. It's a crowd pleaser Kolsch. It's absolutely delicious. It's 5.3%, 22 IBUs. Delicious beer, especially like a day like this where we were going in and out, setting stuff up, sweating, and this was
Sweating now.
This was like the perfect before you dig into something super hearty and something super flavorful. Like, this is a great crisp beer, and I love it. Like, this is a easy 7 out of 10.
I'm so upset. I just realized I didn't introduce Jonathan.
Oh, well, he's there. We're going to have a rotating
It's true.
third.
Yeah, we're gonna have a rotating third. Yeah,
and
you're
possibly
right.
fourth chair
I am the
as
invisible man.
You are the invisible.
people come to celebrate
I'm not
our
here.
centennial episode.
The
So,
centennial episode.
I'm only here celebrating the 100th episode, but don't worry about me.
Why can't we centennial? It's a word I'm not
all right,
familiar with.
100th episode.
100th episode.
That's fine.
Dude, 100 episodes. Did you think?
That doesn't count the ones we lost.
Oh, and we're gonna get to that. Did you think that when I told you, hey, I want to do a Star Wars podcast, I want to surround it around drinking, and I'm gonna call it KonKon's Cantina?
I
And
hated
you-
the name.
Did you really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, it's okay if you did.
No.
I mean, hindsight.
No, it's great. It's great wordplay. Like the KonKon's Cantina. It sounds great.
I mean, hindsight.
Yeah.
I probably would have
I don't know.
come up with a different name. I feel for
It's still-
searchability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would have.
I would never have expected 100 episodes. I kind of thought it was. I mean, you and I have talked for years that we love the medium of
podcasting. Yeah,
we always wanted to do it, but we just didn't know the right entry point to do something. And
Yeah.
Mandalorian gave us that is
Yeah.
where it all started, was season 1 of Mandalorian.
So if you're just now joining us, this episode, this is our celebration of our 100th episode. We're going to be talking about kind of favorite moments of the show, things that we did.
Least favorite moments.
Least favorite moments. We definitely have some least favorite moments to talk about.
I'm the only one that showed up for this, so just throwing that out there.
Hey, we have more people
I'm
coming
just
here
kidding,
soon.
just kidding.
But then we also have, we're going to be talking about favorite moments from the show in correlation to like Mandalorian. Going to be
Star Wars
talking
in
about
general.
Star Wars in general. We have, I totally stole this from Around the Galaxy, so I'm going to tag you guys in it. No shame. They just celebrated their 100th episode.
Oh, they beat us?
They did. They beat us to it, but they all came together. There's about 6 of them. And they gave like top 3 Sith, top 3 Jedi. You know, they had some
Okay.
Star Wars talk sprinkled in there, and that's definitely what we're trying to do too. But Jonathan, what are you drinking?
So I got the Mike Special. It's
Yes.
the cream. What is it? The
Cream ale.
Cream ale.
It's amazing. And unlike Konnor, I will give this a 10 out of 10 Mandos because
it-
it is a 10 out of 10 Mandos.
I-
In fact, if there were 11 Mandos, the 11 Mandos would drink it. But we only go in 10 out of 10. So,
Well, how many Mandos go back for it a second time?
every single one of them.
Oh, so it's 20
It's
out
like
of 10.
20
It's
20
20 out of 10 Mandos.
And
Yeah.
then you multiply that, and it's like 40 out of 10. Like, yeah.
I think you've drank that beer, Mike Special,
so
at
many
least
times.
at least half a dozen times
It's a-
So
it's
on
many
the show.
times.
It's a creamsicle, dreamsicle, whimsical,
Whimsical. I like it.
like whimsical added.
Whimsical. Yeah.
delicical experience.
Yes, it is. That's my favorite beer here for
It's
sure.
I don't
amazing.
know. I don't have a favorite here yet. I'm hoping to create. I mean, I love the Mike's Special, but I feel like there's too many. They got 16 taps now. They just expanded another 6 taps.
Yeah.
They went from 10 to 16, and they have a hazy IPA. I saw somebody else drinking that is probably going to be next up to bat for me.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Let's talk some Star Wars for a minute.
He doesn't like you.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, you know, he really
All right.
doesn't. We're bringing in the cantina scenes right
that's
away.
rude.
It is rude.
Oh, rude.
Okay, so you said you wanted to talk Star Wars.
Yeah, let's jump off the core of what the show is based around.
Star Wars.
Yes.
So why Star Wars?
I don't know. It's
I mean,
like space wizards and stuff.
Yeah. So Star Wars. Why I started a Star Wars podcast.
You say
Hey, you know. Hey, you know what? I brought you in on the bottom floor, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, probably. Probably.
like, there would be a lot of misspelled words.
It's very true. Wait, what was the new word you taught me today?
Centennial.
Centennial. There would be centennial of misspelled words and bad grammar. That is not my strong
Not
suit.
how you use that word either, but it's fine.
Is it really not? I just learned
It's
it today.
supposed to
Cut
be
me a break.
like the 100th year. So technically, it's
Yes.
incorrect usage, but it works.
So you started off with incorrect usage, and now you're blaming me for using the uses of which you gave me to it for. Okay,
That's fine.
yeah, cool.
It's
Anyway.
par for the course.
Yeah, par for the course. So why Star Wars? Star Wars. I feel like we, especially in the beginning of KonKon's Cantina, when we kind of came up with the Star Wars saga idea of having all of our guests talk about
Their personal relationship.
their personal
Yeah.
relationship with Star Wars. I mean, I've given this story before. I couldn't tell you what
Oh my
episode it
God,
was.
We haven't gotten Jonathan's Star Wars saga.
No, I did.
We did get his
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars?
I got.
Was
I-
that was on the
when you did Loki. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we talked about it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, we talked about his Star Wars saga, which I mean, we might as well talk about it again because you know there could be some people listening. It's always fun to hear about how people got involved with Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars for me was just always.
It was a constant.
It was a constant in my childhood. I remember having the VHSs. I remember when the special editions came out. And then, of course, a highlight for me, even though they're not my favorite movies, was 99, you know, Phantom Menace coming out and an Attack of the Clones. I remember going to see each one of those movies extremely vividly. And it's a time in my life where I wish I could go back.
I remember it too. I remember the hype of them coming back out into theaters, and for me, it was like I never thought I was going to be able to experience seeing the original trilogy in the theaters.
Yeah.
Because it was so long past. Like, it came out in 77. I was born in 85.
Yeah.
Like, Return of the Jedi was done. I didn't think that they're never going to re-release a movie that old into theaters again, and it was such an exciting, like, experience when you didn't expect it.
Yeah. What about you, Jonathan?
So for me, like I never really like grew up around it. So I was like, I watched the movies and stuff like that, but that was pretty much it. It wasn't like an obsession.
Yeah.
But then like when you guys started your thing, that's what really got me going into it.
Yeah.
Because then it was like, okay, here's people that like appreciate this a lot.
Yeah.
So it was like that appreciation started rubbing off on me. And so that's when I started like actually getting into like the lore of Star Wars and going into books, reading books. Now I got like all the Thrawn books. Like,
yes, good.
I have listened to all of them, and I've read like one chapter of the first one personally, sitting down and reading. I've listened to all 6 books, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
I've only read one chapter. But that's honestly how it got. Like you guys, like what you guys started is what got me going into Star Wars more.
I like this guy.
Thank you.
It's too perfect.
It's funny because like for so many years of my life, and I'm sure you too, Konnor, like you were kind of the nerd for liking Star Wars. It wasn't the cool thing, and it's weird to see the transition in the last 10 years maybe of it becoming like, I mean, it was a pop culture reference when it came out. Then it went into kind of like an underground nerd cult following, and now it's like risen and it's back to where it's so mainstream. And I kind of feel like I was like, man, I've been here like when you were the nerd and you were berated or made fun of because you liked Star Wars, or you not even like the movie, but like if you read the books, like ultra nerd.
I mean,
it's such a change.
I remember
everything.
I feel like, me going through grade school, born in 92, going all the way up through the early 2000s, because of the new Star Wars movies coming out, I didn't feel like it was like the worst thing to be a Star Wars fan. Most of the kids like Star Wars, but it only went so far, and I took it to, a little bit more of an nth degree. And it's funny, I remember being on the playground when I was younger, and somebody, it was like the bad thing to be R2, right? Like, nobody wanted to be R2, and like if you got made R2, you were like the sad kid. But it's kind of funny because now, like,
were you R2?
No, I was not R2. No, come on, bro. I was the Han Solo. Get with it. But it's funny because now when you look back at like the Star Wars movies, like R2 was the hero. So it's like the Cinderella story of like, oh, you were R2 on the playground.
He's like
but
the
you're
best
actually
bro. He keeps all the secrets. He don't snitch.
Yeah, he's actually. Which one you brought up? Mando. So Mando is really, I had this idea, and shout outs to Chris from the FOMOcast. Okay,
Machado.
Chris,
Why the heck aren't you here?
Chris,
Where are you,
dude,
Chris?
come on,
Bro, it's one Spirit flight.
yeah,
Let's
one
go.
Spirit flight.
You
Come on,
jerk.
bro. So Chris from the FOMOcast, we met due to work, and Chris had on a hat that said, he had a FOMOcast hat, and I'm like, oh man, what's that? And he's like, oh, I got a podcast, and I was like, dang, dude, I've always wanted to make a podcast. He's like, dude, just do it. He's like, just do it. And so I was telling him about the idea, and actually the idea of starting this podcast is completely different from where it was to what it is now.
Oh, yeah.
It was supposed to be called Fives and Struggles was the original idea for the podcast, and I wanted to have a new person each week, and this is where the idea started to evolve because it was going to be hard getting a new person every week, where I have a very vocal personality as a male where I like to me and you just had this conversation the other day.
Yes, we did.
I like to talk about my feelings, what I'm going through, like why life kind of sucks right now. Daily struggle
Yep.
stuff, and I like hearing that from other people because it makes you feel like you're not going through it alone.
Right.
And so the original idea of me starting a podcast was having family, friends, and hopefully growing from there, people in the industry, photography, all this stuff, talk about their 9 to 5 basically, and what was working, what wasn't working, be an encouraging podcast. And then Mandalorian started coming out, and we knew that it was going to come out, and I was like, wow, I'm stupid. I know way too much about Star Wars.
Plus a way to like get something that everybody's going to be following at the same time.
And we would be lying if we didn't release. Mandalorian sped up the process of starting this podcast.
Oh yeah, that got us our
to,
biggest followers.
Yeah, we
for
wanted
sure.
to ride a wave of hype. I mean, anybody would be foolish to not try something like that, So,
But it was amazing though, because what y'all did is what kickstarted a lot of people's enjoyment with Star Wars. Honestly,
Yeah.
Because even like before,
I say yeah, obviously,
obviously,
the number one drinking Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Come on,
Yeah, that's
But
what
like,
we do.
I know other people, like even like in my area, like younger people that were into Star Wars, but now they're like,
I mean, everything that Jonathan is saying.
It's true.
that's true.
All of it.
But it's true. Like I know other people who also like
Soundboard's the best.
I was able to like be like, you know, I got friends in Pennsylvania or around the country. I was like, hey, listen to this podcast, and now they listen all the time. And it's just like, oh man, this is good content. Like we're learning things about Star Wars. Content.
So exhausting.
So exhausting.
Get used to it.
But it was awesome.
Damn,
Like it
why'd
was
you
a
have
great
to
idea.
give him a name that starts with Con?
Yeah. Sorry,
Just not
continue.
even listen.
I don't even know my train of thought now. But all I know is it was a great idea to start with the Mandalorian because that's what got. Like, but that led you getting to like it breaking down the movies and like, getting into more lore. So it was like stuff I never knew about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then that's what piqued my interest in other things too.
Luckily, we've had streams of ideas of episodes that we've done, and we actually haven't broken down any of the movies except for Rogue One. That's the only movie episode that we did.
Best movie Disney made.
I'd agree. I'd agree it's the best one.
Solo is up there too.
Solo's
up there
Solo,
too,
I
but
feel like
Rogue
Solo's
One's
better
better
than any of the Skywalker trilogy
Yes.
movies.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
both of them are better than all the Skywalker
And they don't
trilogies.
get the love that they need at all.
Yeah,
No.
what the Solo or Rogue One?
yeah.
Rogue One is
Solo gets so much hate, and I don't
Solo gets a ton
understand.
of hate.
I don't
I don't
understand
understand
because
it
it was
either.
an amazing movie.
yeah.
It was awesome. I'm like, this is everything I want with Star Wars, and it was a great story and a great acting, and like,
Yeah.
it was just awesome. And I'm like, why do people hate this? Like, hate the Skywalker trilogy because I'll be there with you.
I think
But-
people just hate it because it's not Harrison Ford. It's not.
He's acting like.
But Harrison Ford can't be 20 years old anymore. Like,
Exactly.
No.
you had to move on to another guy.
Yeah, you had to. I think he did. I think that
Oh, yeah.
the slam dunk.
He nailed it.
Yeah, slam
his
dunk.
portrayal and his facial expressions and the cadence of like mimicking how
He did a
Han
great
Solo
job.
talked was like
Yeah, he
dead
did
on.
amazing.
Let's go into Mando season 1. So my
Let's talk
favorite.
about our first episode for a minute.
Oh,
I was gonna
dude.
say-
Okay,
you
you
know
want to
Actually,
get into? You
let's
want to wait?
Let's wait till Russell is here.
Well, I was going to say,
that might not age well. What if he doesn't
We
show
have
up?
to have Russell.
We
I
have
was
to
like,
have
just
Russell.
remember that one time when like I first started listening to you guys and I couldn't even hear anything you were saying, and now here we are right now, and it's crystal clear and it's amazing.
Recording into cell phones.
You know what? Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my first how this all started, and this is how quickly it evolved. So I was like, dang, I need to start this podcast, and I didn't know anything about sound equipment. I didn't know anything about microphones, nothing. So what did I do? I went on Amazon and I bought mic stands, and I bought these
Hey, your wife is
mics
here.
that were
The wives are here.
the wives are here. Yeah, the wives just got here.
Oh, you gotta get Tasha
we-
to sit down and talk for a minute.
We need like a wife cam, like the front door cam. Whenever new people show up to support us, we shoot to the door. No. So I bought these microphones that went from the.
Yes.
Anyway,
Continue story.
Yeah.
Bought the
so,
microphone.
So I got these mics that went from. Why can't I think of what it's called? The what's the headphone jack called?
Aux input.
So they were aux input microphones. The microphones actually were not bad. I recorded. So another thing that our podcast used to do is, hey everybody, thank you again for joining us here at KonKon. Remember I used to do the intro for every episode, and I would record that intro with that little mic. And so the way that we recorded our first episode, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a working PC nor a working MacBook at the time. So I took a spare iPhone. I took my iPhone. I gave you the spare iPhone. Russell used his iPad. We all opened up a voice note and we all hit record at the same time. Then
the mic cord was so short, like I moved the mic and the phone like ripped
Yeeted,
off,
just-
like yeeted into the
just-
ground.
And that was the whole thing, because when that happened, like I had to figure out like where your spot was, and I had to move like your audio and all that like forward. It was this whole thing, and
now look at you.
And let's be completely honest, we all had a ton to drink that night.
It was
a lot.
We had
'Cause we
a
were
lot to
celebrating
drink that night.
We were celebrating.
Mando was hype.
We were celebrating the first episode of Mando, which was like one of the most like what type of moments, like secrets, like nothing got out. It was
Nothing
all
got
new.
out. Yeah.
It was so freaking exciting.
It was one of the best like first episodes you could ever want for something. Like it was just
Baby Yoda was kept a secret.
Yeah.
Grogu
They
himself.
I don't know how they kept that secret. I literally don't know how they kept that secret.
We found out so much about it from the gallery. They had to literally not make toys of
production, everything.
So that none of that stuff would happen. But
all of their posts, like people just doing color correction on the videos and everything, were all sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, everything. So the first episode, which we have taken down,
I don't know. We should need it.
It's so
we still have it.
bad.
It's still there in the library.
Oh my god!
By the way, it's not the only thing we're celebrating here.
Oh, it's not.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Jeebus.
It is a 5th anniversary celebration where you two suckers didn't even know. Today's the day. If everybody didn't know, Konnor and Tashi have been married for 5 years, and
begrudgingly. No, I'm just kidding.
Rude.
They had no idea. We have a joint celebration today. It's our 100th episode, as well as the 5th anniversary for Konnor and Tashi.
We should have just rented out like all of Toll Road. Like, why didn't we think about that? We really failed on that. We could have just rented the whole place out and then had everybody here, but we did not do that.
No.
Well, now I'm super embarrassed, and I feel like I need to pause the recording because you seem like you're also. Yeah, she's like literally
We're
crying.
gonna take a moment to celebrate the
hang
anniversary.
on.
We'll
We
be
gotta
back.
pause- yeah, we gotta
back.
pause it now.
We'll be back.
All right, so holy crap, yeah. I don't know. We're gonna look back at my face. when
Pure rage for you, pure
Yeah.
enjoyment for me.
Yeah, I can see you. So everybody came in and surprised the crap out of me.
His eyes went red.
Yeah,
It's a double celebration.
Most impressive.
had absolutely no idea. So yeah, today we are now celebrating apparently me and Natasha's 5th wedding anniversary,
As well as our 100th
as well as
episode.
our 100th episode of the podcast, which is let's get back to talking about that real quick.
Which thing?
Well,
Your
we-
anniversary?
Magistrate reporting in.
Yeah.
We will.
Russell's here.
Yeah, we're gonna get Russell on here in a second and talk about more of the podcast. Really quick, Justin, because I feel like this is all just gone.
It's chaos now.
It's
It's
chaos
pure
now.
chaos.
Yeah, it's chaos now. I'm sorry for everybody who has this the background noise now, but it's
Oh,
okay.
no, it's a good time.
It's a
They'll
good
enjoy
time.
it.
Yeah, of course.
They better.
Okay,
Better enjoy it.
worst moment for the podcast for you, because I have one. I can go first if you want me to.
Worst moment ever.
Uh-huh.
I have a mixture of the first episode. I have very positive and very negative memories. Just
yeah.
because of like it sounded like a hot garbage
It was so bad.
mess. Of,
Yeah.
Like it was horrible sounding.
horrible.
But it was so much fun
Yeah.
to record. It also is like one of the best episodes.
We were having like a we're doing it, Peter moment.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the worst moment would probably have to be when content that would come out would just be nothing that we wanted or were interested in, and we forced episodes out.
Yeah. Can you think of
some of the
anything off
Bad
the top of your
Batch,
hand? Yeah,
some of the
Bad
Bad Batch
Batch,
stuff. But beyond everything, I think the worst moment is when you stop paying attention because you start doing something, and I have to ramble.
Listen, I'm a man of many hats. Okay, I've got the
I did-
soundboard over
like,
here.
I see you
okay,
start
got the-
doing something, and I look into your eyes, and you're just like, keep talking.
Well,
and I
listen, those are your most hated moments.
I'm just like, I'm going to start talking about a thing. I have no real opinion, but I have to keep talking about this. This is my greatest thing that I hate. And
It's like the Facebook thing that you copy and paste. That's
Yeah.
just a ramble.
I don't know if anybody else notices it, but when I hear it, like I see myself doing it because I see like you look away, something fails, like
Yeah.
computer breaks, camera comes offline,
Yep.
and you just like look at me, and then you look away and start doing something. I'm like, well, I have to talk for like until he's done about nothing.
I think my two worst things was how many times did we record Fast Food Volume 1?
Oh my God! Yes,
Losing a whole episode after sitting down
Equipment
and recording.
failures.
Equipment failure,
Equipment
a memory
failures.
card. Like, so Fast Food Episode 1, we came up with that idea in Georgia.
in a great
Tennessee.
Tennessee,
we
in
came
a
up with
great
that idea.
environment.
Yeah.
Y'all
and
were
we're
camping,
like, oh
right?
my God!
Yeah, we were camping.
This is the greatest like
I was like,
conversation.
so it's funny. So we'd all been drinking. We were confined to this cabin. We couldn't go because the whole mountain was flooded. I
Mandy-
was drinking.
Mandy, get on the mic.
Yeah,
Mandy,
get on the mic.
Come on,
Get
talk.
on the mic,
girl.
Get over it. Come on.
We were not all drinking.
Yeah.
Konnor was drinking all of the alcohol.
Fistful of whiskey.
Yeah, I did. I literally had a full fist.
This is my favorite moments with him.
Yeah,
ever.
I literally had so we're all sitting around this fire. We can't go down the mountain because it's flooding. Okay. And we brought all the recording equipment because we were still new into the podcast. Like, we had all these ideas that were still good still. And we started talking about our favorite fast food joints, breakfast, lunch, like all these things. It was so funny. I'll never forget. You're like, oh my God, this is gold. So you run upstairs.
Grab all the equipment.
You come down, you have the mics, and you start handing microphones over and open fire.
Well, I had been drinking too.
Because we're sitting there and there's the fire and there are cords, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Stop.
That was the best moment of the entire week vacation.
I think that was a highlight for me. And then I got up and
we promptly lost everything.
Yeah, well, we didn't record anything.
Oh yeah, like we abandoned
abandoned
the idea. Like, okay, we'll save this. We'll do this when we get back into a regular environment.
Yeah.
And then we did it, and we followed it up, and we had a great episode. Which had a memory card failure.
The memory card. So we went to Russell's. Russell invited one of his friends over.
I think it was Roberto, right?
It wasn't Roberto. It was his other friend. And his name's escaping me. I mean, we're acquaintances. Anyway. We start doing the episode. The episode went awesome. Like a long, good episode, like a good hour 30. And we take the memory card out of the Zoom. We go to put it into my iPad to put it into GarageBand to start the editing, and it's like nothing's there.
File corrupt.
The memory card crashed. So we lost it the first time.
You should have stuck with the impromptu cabin conversation because
we couldn't.
Was great.
It was great, but we couldn't.
It was amazing.
It was that. I think that was my favorite part of the whole trip. Actually, well, anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
And then not only did we do it one time after that got lost.
So we did it once, basically, in Tennessee. Then we did the episode a second time for real, lost it. The third time, I don't remember why, but we lost it a third time.
It got lost in the upload, like somehow in the upload.
It disappeared, and I'll never
forget. And we had cleared the memory card for space for some reason. We were like, oh, it's uploaded.
It's
Boom,
uploaded,
done.
And it wasn't uploaded.
The universe said no for a reason, and you just weren't listening.
We finally got.
I was never going to compete with the very first conversation everyone had.
That is true.
So there was no point.
Yeah.
No point.
I think we finally did get it out eventually, but you and I were like so tired of saying.
I'll never forget. You literally were like, "I'm not recording that episode." You're like, "I refuse to talk about it." He's like, "I can't do it anymore."
I like Big Macs.
Yeah,
I like spicy chicken sandwiches. And that's pretty much it.
My second worst time with the podcast was when we finally contract. No, was when we finally started introducing the cameras, and we had to learn how to do all of this.
Constantly freeze and black screen.
Oh my gosh, there's so much time and effort and shout outs to Jordan for especially for the where's the Cantina splicer anyway.
I can't see him.
I know I can't see him.
I'm facing the wrong direction. He'll be on. He'll be on shortly, but. He did so much to help us like get the cameras going, and if you don't know, this podcast is also on YouTube. We have some people watch on YouTube. Some funny things definitely happen on YouTube. Favorite moment for me is when you, me, and Jordan had the Mando buckets. Oh yeah.
So in fact,
here he comes now.
He's sitting down now.
What's up, guys?
Fix the camera.
As I get settled in and kick everything over.
Difficulties.
All right, so right now we're talking about favorite moments and then worst moments of the podcast. So I just said that my favorite moment is when you, me, and Justin sat down and did the intro with the buckets. Like that was great. That's hilarious. That one's good.
Favorite moment probably would had to have been. I'm definitely going to have to go with when we started with the Grogu song. At the beginning.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Here, turn this camera a little bit. Turn it. Yeah, right. A little bit more.
Yeah,
right there.
The Grogu song that we started off with, and it was half impromptu.
My Grogu.
Yeah, thank you, TikTok.
Yeah, it's like my boo. Turned into my Grogu.
Yeah, my Grogu.
And we still ended up messing it up anyway.
No, it was fantastic.
I have two solid favorite moments. My first is anytime me and you, Konnor, do a bit where we have no idea what the other one is doing.
Both of us will just go, hey, I
have an idea. Just go with it.
Just go. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Dude, I think that's something that people it's kind of hard, and me and you've actually never talked about this. We have, you more so than me, but we have an appreciation for comedy, and it's unfortunate that the society that we live in now literally cannot take a joke. And there's so many times where me and you will start a bit.
That was offensive.
Exactly. I don't think people realize how much when me and you start these episodes, we're riffing.
I don't know how many times people know how many times you turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Literally lose our mind laughing, and then you have to edit whatever I said out.
Yeah.
Favorite part was, what was that one where it was like a roundabout, and then it was like this we were all sitting there and we laughed for like 15 minutes straight, and you had to edit it out. Konnor was so mad.
Justin, I'm just gonna say it.
It took him like an hour to find that part to edit out.
I'm not gonna repeat it, but you made a gay joke, and I'm like, bro, you can't say that. I was like, you can't say that, bro. Like,
I take back my favorite moment. My favorite moment was the Friends episode.
Oh my God, the guacamole story.
No. Yes, you literally had to stop the recording because we all had to die laughing for 15 minutes.
And I wish it was in there.
I wish that don't ever stop laughter.
I wish it was in there.
We came back. You came back, and you were still laughing.
Yeah,
all of you were still laughing. It was.
Oh, that's going to go to later when we talk about our favorite episodes, because that is one of my favorite episodes. It does not get the listens because it's not Star Wars, but it's amazing.
Yeah. It is a great episode.
One of my other favorite moments is in season 1 of Mandalorian, where another impromptu song. We started singing the Mulan song.
Let's get down
and then I
to
immediately took the audio and chopped everything up, and then pulled the instrumental version of the actual Mulan song, and then broke Konnor singing and edited it together, timing perfectly.
Oh my God!
To defeat.
It's available as a ringtone. If anybody wants a ringtone, it's
on our SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's available as a ringtone.
Yeah, it's literally on SoundCloud.
Download it.
It's pretty funny. You know what? Really quickly.
Yes.
Anybody can start if you already have them. Top 3 Sith.
Top 3 Sith.
Top 3 Sith. Okay, now once again, I got this from Around the Galaxy.
Okay.
Go check them out. They just celebrated their 100th episode. We're celebrating ours a week later. They also talked. They went round table. They did, favorite Sith. So for me, favorite Sith. Bane is number 1.
Yes.
Bane.
And then right beneath his partner, like
Xana
1 and
is
2
number 2 for you.
They're 2 of my favorites.
Okay. Well, then give it me. What's your third?
I got to think about my third.
You gotta think about your third.
They are 2 of my favorites. Like, their combination together is.
I really want to say Revan,
but
at the same
Revan.
time, for
Revan.
you, it's definitely
Revan.
Yeah,
and that's not in no particular order. Like, Bane, Xana, and Revan are like the 3 most interesting. Bane and Xana's relationship is amazing because it was when there are only 2 Sith legitimately.
Yeah.
Revan's is in a different timeline. Revan is like his back and forth from the Jedi to the Sith, and his everything about his relationship with the Force is a super interesting story. So somebody on social media said, I'm done with Revan. He's been done to death. Like, he's overdone.
Check this out.
Idiot.
I hate that guy.
Check this out. This is something that
hate that guy.
I can't remember who brought this up. It was another Star Wars podcast I was listening to, because they also made an episode about the Knights of the Republic remake coming out.
Right.
And they said
ours was better, like, by fast.
They brought out the point that when you make your Revan character on Knights of the Old Republic, you can choose whether he's male or female.
Yep.
So how is Disney going to interpret ever this live, any sort of live action Revan? Maybe he won't ever be live action, because how do you interpret a character that everybody has made their own?
Easy, Keanu Reeves.
Well, yeah, that's true. Next.
Problem solved.
Top 3
Favorite
Sith for me. Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Darth Bane. There is an order. Bane is number 1. Vader is number 2. Maul is number 3. Maul creeped his way into my top 3 just because of everything that's happened to him recently canonically. With him being in Rebels, he has so many sick lines. Everything that he's done to Obi-Wan. And Sam Witwer, I mean, so many times he's been on the podcast with us. I mean, oh my gosh, that's my favorite moment.
Yeah.
That's favorite moment.
Yeah.
Is when
Surprising.
you have no idea that.
Or when I just vaguely say that everybody the Sam Witwer
No,
cameo?
when we had the
cameo.
Sam Witwer actually came on the show.
Yeah.
Now is when we input that into the find that on your
Listen,
phone.
you're not making more editing for me. Okay.
Just find it on your phone.
Just find it on your.
I think that was a great moment. We've had so many, like, until we start talking about it. I can't wait for the 200th episode.
Oh, and when Niles went on the 1 month
10-year anniversary for Konnor.
Yeah, it's a 10-year. Yeah.
It's gonna be 200th episode.
When Niles went on the 1 month kick of creating all the content
Oh my
surrounding us,
God.
and he made the burpee
The burp video.
and then he made the so good where it was us on a silver platter.
Bring
Dude.
back Niles.
Yeah, come on, come on, Niles. Dang, did they not get an invite?
No, they got an invite.
Oh,
I
did
was
they?
talking to
Okay.
It says
man.
you don't rate.
Yeah,
You don't rate for them. So.
Yeah, I get it.
It's
Yeah,
too far from Leesburg.
I totally understand. I get it. I'm chop liver, but
It's like he's 3D printing kill keys. He
Yeah,
ain't
exactly.
He sponsored the show. What
you
else
know
do you
what?
want?
That was another favorite moment when me and you did the Kill Key Factory ad, almost completely ad-lib.
Yep. Yes.
Like the whole ad.
It was like
we need to play it again.
It was
just
another.
because.
It was another thing where like we don't know what each other is doing. We're just like, just wing it. We're
Just
like,
wing it.
Got it. Done.
Yeah, that was really good. Jonathan, you got 3 favorite Sith by chance?
I don't have 3. I would think because of my limited knowledge, I'm going to go Vader and Maul.
Okay.
I like those 2 characters. But because of like the stuff that you guys have talked about, like now I'm starting to get into like the Bane books.
Read them.
And all that stuff, and like the Revan, stories. So I am getting there, and I'm sure I'm gonna like one of those.
Yeah.
But like just based off of like movie knowledge, it's like okay, yeah, Vader, Maul. Love those 2 characters. Maul's story, like in the cartoons, was amazing.
Oh yeah, in Clone Wars specifically.
Here,
Yeah.
check it out.
Do it.
Or Rebels. My bad.
You know, it's the most annoying thing ever is I'm walking around minding my own Jedi business and my lightsaber randomly turns on. You know how many times my blade has gone through my thigh?
So many younglings have been taken out.
Dude, walking around, somebody's dog, little Yorkie comes up,
You know what you need to fix this problem?
new power converters.
A kill key.
A kill key.
Yeah.
What's a kill key?
Kill Key is a fantastic little invention by Kill Key Factory, which can cut power to your lightsaber, so you never have to worry about that.
So if I walk around and I'm doing senseless spins or handling my hilt and there's a kill key in there, it won't turn on.
Nope.
Does it conserve battery life?
Yup.
Now, who are these people that you were saying that made these things? Yeah, I'm not gonna.
done.
I know, but it's so long. It's like
Chinese doesn't matter. You need a kill key.
Kill China. Is there like a factory that makes
China?
these?
I feel like there's on Geonosis. There's this factory.
They were probably wiped out by the Empire, though. Is there another one?
There might be one in Leesburg.
I think now that you say that, I think it's Kill Key Factory.
No, we're just giving him all the free.
Listen,
Solid ad.
If you want an ad done by us, it's done with the utmost care. It's pure comedy, and we have that amazing
spend
ad
so
music.
much time before we record any ad that you guys want to bring to us.
Yeah, come on.
It's not at all made up on the spot.
Yeah, come on.
Professionals through and through.
Yeah,
Centennial
exactly.
professionalism.
Centennial professionionals, yes. All right, so Jordan, do you have 3 favorite
Real
Siths?
quick,
Yeah.
Revan,
Yes.
Maul,
Yes.
Vader.
Wow, this is very
Very
divisive
diverse.
conversation.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
Revan's the best because of his, like you said, because like you said, the
As I do.
relationship with the Force that he has. Maul because he is the most interesting Sith in
Ooh,
the
we need to get Jack
in
on
the
here,
galaxy.
too.
And then finally, Darth Vader because of his relationship with the Force as well. So definitely, those are the 3 that I would choose.
I like it.
And I'm rifting and expanding.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
trying to
this-
give Jacqueline headphones. Okay, 3 favorite Jedi.
3 favorite Jedi.
3 favorite Jedi.
I'm gonna go very weird. I have to think about it.
Ahsoka Tano,
Okay.
Satele Shan,
Satile's good.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
I love Qui-Gon.
Yeah. I've really grown to... I never cared for Qui-Gon growing up watching the prequels. Like, I was younger, he was older. I didn't understand the undertones of who the character was and whatnot. And then as I've gotten older, I've started to like and really just I want more from the character, which there's probably not a lot we're going to get. And then, of course, Liam Neeson said that he's not in the Obi-Wan show, which, why? But it is what it is.
To piggyback off, Qui-Gon Jinn, number 1. Number 2, I just love Kenobi too much to not have him.
He's in
that.
my top 3.
Yeah. I just love him so much, and I love the diversity and the fun that he brings to being a Jedi. Number 3, is the kid from Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, Cal Kestis.
Cal. Love
He's a
Cal.
great character.
Yeah.
I love him. I love his relationship with the Force. And I love the entire story he has of coming back to being a Jedi. It's fantastic.
I'm adding Jay, the lead singer of Star Waver, to my list. Okay. I'm adding him to my list.
He's not even
So
a Jedi.
dumb.
Whatever. He has a lightsaber.
So dumb.
Oh, I could change your whole mind on that episode.
We'll get to that.
I did it to him already. I changed it.
I'm gonna go with Obi-Wan. To me, is like he's so like the perfect Jedi. Like as far as like he will defy the Council when he knows that they're wrong, but he will like I don't know. He has like such a mixture. Like he's like altruistic, like to the extreme. Like I think he's the awesomest expression of a Jedi of what they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Separate from that, I love Ezra.
Yes.
Ezra's story, like him as a kid and knowing nothing, he wasn't taught as a youngling, and everything, like his natural ability and everything through the Rebels series, which is some of the best Star Wars media period that I think that we have had.
We talk about that all the time. If you haven't watched Rebels, you really need to.
Yes.
Get past the first 3 episodes or so, and you'll be so impressed.
And then lastly, I'm just gonna say Quinlan Voss.
Yeah,
just because
we need more Quinlan.
Yeah, I like him. I like his face tattoos.
We should do an episode because he has that whole. He has almost his whole episode with Kenobi where they fight Bane together in Clone Wars.
He's in new canon books. Well, not new, but he's in canon books.
Yeah.
Like so, like he's not like a bypass character.
Yeah.
Like Dark Disciple, he's in. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he's literally on the cover of the book. Yeah.
Free Quinlan Voss.
Jonathan, you got 3.
I mean, my knowledge is pretty limited, so it's pretty basic. But as I've grown older, I like Qui-Gon Jinn more.
Yeah.
Like if you were a younger person watching, you're like, whatever. And then
he's boring.
As you get older, you realize like where his thought, like his mental process was at, and you're like, oh wow, okay, I really like him.
Yeah.
I love Anakin as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Like his battle techniques, the way he commanded his forces, the way he thought about things.
That's good.
I love his mentality as a Jedi. Like there were so many things that made sense for him, and that's why he got so frustrated with things.
Yeah.
And like you said, like Obi-Wan, like I love Obi-Wan. I'd go number 3, Obi-Wan. Like Obi-Wan was able to balance the frustrations that he would have with the Council, and be able to make those calls. Anakin wasn't able to do that. Like he let his frustrations like boil over. But just the way Anakin thought, and then of course Obi-Wan's just hello there. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And those 3. But I'm sure I'll have more the more I get into books and things.
Yeah.
Get to learn.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either.
We got distracted.
Do you think it's time for a break and we can come back?
Yeah, we'll take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
I feel like we're super popular.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
We back
Again. Listen, it's been chaotic, okay? But
a lot of background noise.
I'm going to flip over to the second camera.
Oh, our cameras, are they focused? Are they right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely more Russell than it is you, but it's fine.
You know what? He needs a
I feel bad for the audience.
This is
Sorry,
Magistrate.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Our OG.
The OG. Magistrate.
Triplet of
Magistrate's
perfection.
in the house.
Magistrate in the house. And you know what? Really quick.
Welcome to KonKon's Cantina. What are you having?
We back.
But remember, no droids.
Russell.
See, this is the most real cantina fade out because there's actually a cantina in
We're
the
in
background.
the cantina.
I am super excited to be here, guys.
Russell, tell the people what you're drinking.
Oh, I'm drinking one of the 2 sours in the house. It's a raspberry. It's kind of light and refreshing.
Yeah.
It's got a raspberry hint of whateverness makes it a sour.
Whateverness. Whatever it is that makes
factor.
it the pucker factor, yeah.
Exit only, I guess? No. Wait for it to change. Wait for it to change. Never too late for summer.
Is that, it's a guest tap?
Yeah.
A guest tap, yeah.
It's really good.
Mando score?
Oh, I would say a 6.
6?
Which is probably the lowest Mando score I've ever given.
Are you a sour connoisseur? Is a sour go-to for you, or is that like a new venture for you?
Oh man, I love sours.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So this would be like a not the best sour that you've had.
No. In fact, the other sour that I had earlier, and I can't remember what it's called because the screen changed, but it's a lot better, more sour. It's not as light.
So when you drink sours, do you want it to be like Warhead sour, or is it a tartness? Because I feel there's a difference.
Do you have any Warheads on you? Because I will.
I love
eat
Warheads.
the crap out of that right now.
You know, there's a Warhead beer made by Artisan Brewing.
Not good.
They're not good, unfortunately, but they're very artificial. They make a ton of good beer, and I'll talk about their brewery all day. But what is it about that? Like I said, is it like a sourness or is it a tartness?
It's tart, but again, this is like the 4th beer I've had, and I started it out with that IPA that I bought you. What was it?
The Sunrise.
Dude, the Sunrise. We can talk about the Sunrise real quick. I told you to get the Sunrise, and the Sunrise it's a rye IPA, which a lot of people don't make rye IPAs.
It's quite good.
Really, really
I don't even
good.
know what that means, rye IPA.
Instead of rye is a type of
yeast,
wheat,
right?
Yeah, yeast.
Right.
So instead of like a wheat beer, it's a rye beer, just like bourbon. Instead of a
wheated beer, it's a rye beer.
Yeah, and instead of
a
bourbon,
wheated
you have
bourbon,
a rye.
it's a rye bourbon.
So the one guy on YouTube is actually happy I asked that question because I have no idea what.
Yeah, we're not getting Jordan asking in the comments.
I don't think it tasted very rye, but I really enjoyed it. But
rye is usually sweeter.
Okay.
So if it has a little sweeter on the back end, that's because of the rye. Instead of it being a huge copper finish like most IPAs would be on the background, the IPA, and because of the alcohol percentage, it's like a 7 point what, Justin? Can you see it? 7.5.
I'm looking for it right now. It's on the wrong page.
The rye is I think is a 7.5.
Lines
Screen never cooperates when you're trying to.
I know.
But yeah, it was the first one I got here. So when I finally got to this, which is a very light kind of airheady flavor,
7.3%, 85 IBU.
Okay, so 7.3. 7.3 is high. So with the rye and the 7.3, that'll add to the sweetness, which that'll help with the. It's kind of like having really strong coffee, but then you add enough creamer on the back end to make it, you get the nice
palatable.
Yeah, exactly.
All at Toll Road Brewery.
Toll Road Brewing, guys.
What are you drinking, Konnor? I don't know. What is this you may be drinking?
Dude, you know what?
Have you spoken of this before?
I'm drinking Mike's Special, my absolute favorite. You know what? Let's get some clinks in the middle, guys.
Clinky.
Clinks.
Send the spirits down.
There we go.
No, we're not allowed to do that.
No one saw.
It's fine.
Just the
3,000
wasn't
on camera.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's not like we put this out for everybody. Look, we're just putting our glasses together as friends. Hoping
we're
celebrating
good
times.
Celebrating
100th episode, guys.
100th episode.
I wasn't gonna. I saw you post this on Instagram, and I was like, I gotta be there.
100th.
I got a 2.25-year-old little girl, which makes 1 to 3 p.m., which is her nap time.
That's what Whitney said when she got
extremely difficult.
That's what she
and I
said.
made it happen because I love you freaking guys.
Your daughter's rolling with no pants.
Dude, she was having a great time with the other kids though.
Like daughter like father, man. The
Donald,
camera doesn't get it. It's like the Zoom meetings. They don't get what's underneath.
Donald ducking it. That's what I call it.
Russell gets a few lemon drops in him, and he's good to go.
Yeah. I'm drinking Mike's Special. I've talked about it numerous times on the podcast. This is probably my favorite beer of all time. It is a 10 out of 10 Mandos. It is a cream ale. They actually do
20 out of 10.
Yeah. So we said how many Mandos would go back for another serving, and he said everyone that had it would go back. So it's actually a 20 out of 10 Mandos. But they actually do 2 Mike's Specials. So when they blow the keg of the batch that they make the first time, the second one they do is the coffee infused, which I actually like the coffee infused more than the regular. But
see, I'm the opposite. I like the regular, more than the coffee.
Super good. Absolutely love it. Russell, earlier we talked about favorite moments and worst moments
of the show.
100
episodes.
Off the top of your head, do you have a favorite moment?
Honestly, I think I got to say the very first. It started it all, baby.
He kind of said the same thing.
I said the first episode is both my favorite and least favorite because
the sound was so bad.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't know what we were doing. Like,
I had forgotten that you told me you were going to start a podcast. So when I came over, I'm like, oh, crap is not what I thought or said. And I'm like, I guess I got to come up with something good to say, which is great. Because I didn't have anything good to say, but it's fine because you couldn't hear me the whole time anyway.
No, it is more difficult to hear you in that episode, but we've said this a million times, and we need to set a date for it. We need to redo our first episode.
I like the OG.
No,
let the OG ride, man.
No, let the OG ride?
Let the OG ride.
All right, fine.
We can re-record it, but not replace it. Not
No,
replace it.
not replace it.
The OG makes you appreciate where you guys have come.
That's what I
for
feel.
100 episodes. Like honestly, this is a celebration about you. Like
I need to put it back up because right now
original
you can't.
guys.
Yeah, right now you can't listen to it. It's not. It's
because
not
it's
up.
like, oh, the sound's crappy. Okay, whatever. But now, fast forward 100 episodes, and we're sitting at a brewery, like having a freaking podcast. Like you can't. Come on, that's amazing.
Here.
Another one of my favorite moments is when it's episode 3 of season 1 Mandalorian, and we just got the Zoom recorder. Justin ripped some old lady off on Facebook Marketplace.
We were all riding that, man.
Bro, and
it was so exciting.
We're like, we're all doing the hey, this is NPR radio.
NPR.
Yeah, like we had just got the Zoom recorder. We felt like super legit.
All the ASMR sound.
That was another highlight for me. Earlier we were talking about think of this real quick. Top 3 Jedi, top 3 Sith. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you on that. All
Okay.
right.
My first of each is going to be really good.
You give a top 1. Give us a 1-1.
It's probably something Justin's already said, but.
Just rattle
So can
it
I
off.
get? Okay.
Oh yeah. Just
Well,
go.
I can't give you all 3 Jedi all at once.
That's fine. But give us the top of
I
each.
can give you the top Jedi and the
Okay.
top Sith of all time.
Go ahead.
These are your number 1 favorites.
Yeah,
Like hands down.
hands down.
I know it's Luke.
Bane.
It's not. Okay, I'm already
Because
surprised.
I'm super stoked about the announcement that came out of Lucasfilm recently
Okay.
with the Old Republic.
Yes.
Revan is both my top favorite Jedi and Sith of all
Dang
time.
it, son of a mother.
Hey, that's what I said.
Booyah!
We were talking about that earlier. So, just real quick, we'll revisit this briefly. This is something, if we ever get Revan like live action, remember when we played Knights of the Old Republic, we got to pick whether Revan was male or female.
Right.
Where
Well, I think canonical it's male, right?
well, kinda, yeah. Well, we don't really know.
We don't know, because just the name is canon. We don't know
Just
anything about the character.
So how do you feel? Do you
He's
think
got
that
a mask.
Do you think that
She has a mask, so it could be anything underneath.
Helmet.
It's not.
I know we've gone over this. It's a helmet.
It's
but
a
whatever.
helmet because
It's
it
a
covers
mask.
the whole head, right?
It's not. That is only a very brief period. Most of it is a mask. It's a Sith mask.
No.
It's not. It's a Mandalorian.
It's a Mandalorian.
It's a
You're killing me, Justin.
First of all, it's not because
It's a
I literally
Mandalorian.
have.
It's the Mandalore. The
Mandalorian.
No, that was a long time ago.
You are
It has
so
been changed
wrong,
since
and
then.
I love it.
I
can't wait.
love that you're so wrong.
I know.
I will never back down.
Revan
I'll never.
took.
They made a
Stop
move about me
talking.
in 2010.
You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm gonna just
It
mute
is
his mic,
Mandalore's mask, bro.
I'm just here watching this.
First of all, I'm the only person who has a authenticated Darth Revan.
I don't even think you say it
cosplay.
like that.
It is.
Authenticated?
Yeah, it is a Darth Revan cosplay.
Yeah, true.
And what is it? A helmet or a mask?
Okay. This is
Is the argument a helmet or
no,
a mask?
no, hang
or
on. This is the legitimate. This is so. First of all, the name, as we stated, is canon. Just the name. The original rendition of Revan was a mask. It is a Mandalorian mask that he picks up after killing a female Mandalorian on Mandalore during the Great Jedi Mandalorian Wars. It's a full comic series that is no longer canon. This is 100% true.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he killed Mandalore,
Yes.
and that is
he does.
Mandalore's mask.
No, Mandalore itself is a completely different mask. The mask that he claims from himself is from killing a female. I'll
I
show
was
you
wrong too, man.
But no. But well, he's wrong. Period.
First of all, I'm not.
Not surprised.
If the 500.
You're so wrong, dude.
No,
it's
I'm
not
not
even funny.
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
have
the
a follow-up
501st.
episode
Is it the
here.
501st that is that? Do
That
they
also-
do they oversee Revan? I guess they do oversee everything in general.
Revan is a canon. Yeah, you
So
can be 501st.
I'm
Revan.
literally basing it off of that. That is what the only.
But that's only a look. It's not the.
I guess so. I can
you see what I'm
concur with
saying?
you with that.
Really quick.
But yes, it's a mask.
There,
to be
Razor
official.
Crest.
there are two storylines because Revan has been redone so many times. It was a mask, then it became a helmet. The point is,
I'm down for a helmet. Like I'll do the helmet too.
dude. I like it because it's our Razor Crest argument. Either way,
The Razor Crest.
That's why I said Razor.
it's a Razor Crest.
It's the
because
Razor Crest.
Yeah.
A wrestler.
Galaxy of Heroes.
How did we not mention? How did we not
I used to
mention
be on the other side.
that a favorite moment of our podcast is the Razor Crest argument?
I was gonna talk about that.
Let's round really quick.
As my worst favorite moment.
That's your worst favorite moment?
It's
That's a
most
great way to explain
memorable
that.
Yeah.
because honestly, I think conflict on the show, as long as we're
Con. Conflict?
No.
Yes, with a K. Fine.
No.
Conflict on the show is, I think, what makes this show so strong. Like the Force.
Yes.
That's what makes us our millions of dollars.
Because you can just imagine the smirks and the smiles of our listeners as they listen to this ridiculousness.
It creates like you take sides.
Yeah,
and you form an opinion. If you form an opinion that it is a Razor Crest, you're obviously of a lower intellectual group that doesn't know how to spell words or doesn't know how to use the right word.
I got something
if you're
for you.
a higher intellectual group, which you also just follow Canon, because in Galaxy of Heroes it's a gunship, but it is the Razor Crest.
Wow.
So obviously it is the
You're
Razor
so
Crest.
stupid,
But
because
at the
that
same-
game is not canon.
Yeah, and also...
Is it canon now? Is it canon now? Is it canon now?
The game?
Yes, it is now canon.
When?
As of last month.
What are you doing, bro? Oh, you're just...
Which way do you want me to go?
Wait, right there. Yeah.
She hit it, so I just want to make sure you're good.
We got both. Listen to this. You ready for this, Russell?
I have something else to say.
Oh,
but
you're gonna love this. So Jay Breezy wakes up.
Is Jane on camera?
Yeah, a little bit. Jaina.
This is my little girl.
Jaina.
Non-canon name.
But
it is canon.
But it is. So
She's right there.
So Justin, has a bad day, whatever the case may be. Says, you know what? Episode 2 is the worst thing I've ever seen in Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
Okay, and I said, you know what, Justin?
I like
you're wrong. Hang on, you're wrong. And
first of all,
hey, stop. Let me
be wrong about an opinion.
Let me get.
You changed my opinion. You cannot be wrong about an opinion.
Let me get through this. Let me get through this.
Oh, I hate this story already.
You love this story.
Okay.
So
rock music isn't canon in the galaxy far, far away.
It is now. Well, no, but so me and you agree that the episode 2 is good, right?
Yeah, I liked it. It was really
so
good.
me and him are talking later during the day, and he goes, "You know what? You know how I know you're wrong? Because you and Russell agree." Okay.
Oh my god, my mind just exploded.
Okay, hang on. So I told him, I said, "Look, man, I'm not kidding. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll make you love this episode." And he goes, "Nope, it's not going to happen." I said, "Okay."
Son of a bee.
I said, "Okay." So he comes over.
Totally did it.
We watch the episode. I explain a couple of things. Dude,
first of all,
dude
number
the
one, you
episode.
didn't explain things. You explained your opinion. You did not
In
explain
approximately
something
3
happening
weeks,
in there.
tune in for that podcast episode because it's going to be mind-blowing.
2 weeks. So episode Vision 1 comes out Monday.
Approximately 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay. I heard something else. But yes, 2 weeks, the episode comes on. It's great.
You know what? I take everything back.
You need
I
to pick
still
a
hate
Visions
it.
episode that you really like, and you need to come on
I just
for
watched
Visions.
7. That was
You have to
awesome.
hate it
So
for the
7?
episode.
I still
Like,
hate
Well, I
this
haven't
episode.
watched 8 yet. I heard 8 is really good too.
Okay, well, pick one.
Yeah.
4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are available. So
Okay.
yeah. We have somebody slated for 5.
I like 1 though.
Well, we did
One.
1. 1 is One is amazing. 1 is amazing. Okay.
Very a Kurosawa.
Can you? Oh, 100%. Can you come back? Do you have 3 favorite Sith that you can?
Yeah. I think
Revan.
Malgus is up there. Love Malgus.
Malgus is a good one, man. Malgus is underrated.
for
I think.
the Old Republic
Yeah,
tour. So tour people.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I'm going to create some conflict, or
Xana.
I might.
say
It's not like Xana, blah blah blah. I actually really like Kylo. Is that count? Does that count? He's not Sith.
No, I'll say he Sith.
I don't
Okay.
like it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And my 3, I guess. Yeah, I guess Bane.
Well, Revan, Malgus.
Oh. Well, I can't just choose 4.
All right, so you have 4. You have 4.
Well, I guess technically Bane is not canon.
What are you talking about? He is canon.
No, he's canon.
He's
Is
in
he
Clone
canon?
Wars.
He's
Yoda
in-
goes and meets him on.
Very scary
I guess, yeah,
episode
yeah,
where
come on,
Yoda's
bro.
like,
But
he's
it's like
not
a
real.
Weird, it's like weird version of him. It's like
Hey.
not the novel.
Yeah, but he's
Hey.
Darth Bane.
It's Darth Bane, bro. And we're
the guy that started the rule of 2. He even said it.
Yeah, and we're.
I don't like when
yeah,
Russell's back on the show.
Yes. Rule
Russell,
of 2.
you're,
You
you're
created.
off.
Russell.
Contradicting everything I say.
I love it. You know
I
what?
can't help it. I know Star Wars better than my own family.
Me and Russell, I feel like me and Russell are on the same page 8 out of 10.
Oh my God.
8 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
8 out of 10. Yeah, 80% of the time we're on the same.
And that 20%, it's all of this guy.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, that's the
Look at
the
this guy.
20% is the only entertaining portion of the show.
All right, do you have a
So the 2 Jedi, right? Is that what you're gonna ask
you
me?
need 2 more Jedi.
I think Luke is probably number 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know, number 3. That's
You think
tough.
Luke's an interesting Jedi?
Yeah, the struggle. I mean,
you-
honestly, it's the struggle that made me fall in love with Star Wars.
Did you see the quote in
Not Rey. Everything's given to me.
Well, did you see the quote in the gallery where Filoni said that Ahsoka is stronger than Luke?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
It's awesome. But she's not technically a Jedi at this point. She's a...
Yeah.
I think
lightsaber, force wielding.
It's a cool
girl.
It's a cool thing to talk about. Where he was like, of course she would be stronger. She's been trained by all these
fully
people.
Trained.
It's a cool. But
the very fact that she's alive. Then in Return of the Jedi, Yoda's like, when I am gone, the last Jedi you will be.
So wait, bring that back to the first episode of Visions. Because the main guy, he's not Sith, he's not Jedi. Yeah, Roni, he's not Sith or Jedi. So is he kind of like the Sith version of Ahsoka, who maybe was trained as a Jedi, but now she's not a Jedi, but she's powerful in the Force?
For that episode, I feel like he's just a Force user that was trained in neither aspect of Jedi or Sith. I feel like he's like kind of literally just a hired sword.
You got to remember these Visions episodes. These are Japanese people that are extremely talented at their industry, but Star Wars isn't huge over there. It's not. So they're getting obviously they're gonna take, I got a bad feeling about this, or the common things that they say in Star Wars and put it in every episode. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
But it wasn't in the first episode. But it wasn't.
Sure?
It wasn't 2 and 3. It wasn't 2 and 3, but it wasn't in the first episode.
I feel like it's been in almost one. But anyway, my point is that these are animators that are extremely talented. That Star Wars may not be something that they really, really, really love, and obviously they did a great job with each episode. But my point being is they don't know it in and out like us. So they're gonna come up with stuff that may not be pure Star Wars canonical. This is mythos that follows 40 years or whatever. It's going to be from a left field.
A weird anime version of...
Which is awesome.
I will say, though, that this is something that we've talked about, is me and you want to divert from the 40 years of Star Wars that we had, and you're more of the train of thought where you'd like to stick with it, correct?
I can't say that. I just want more Luke.
Which is fine.
But the Vision stuff, I was just saying, I love it. I loved every single episode because I think Star Wars...
You finished all 9
deserves... No, I need to watch 9.
Okay.
But Star Wars deserves this. And it's about time we had this. This is so awesome.
So, off the beaten path, new ideas, fresh
And they've come
content.
out and said it's not canonical, but just by saying that, I thought that was a great idea because it allowed them to blend all this Japanese culture and ideas from these studios over there in Japan to make something that is Star Wars, but yet not, if that makes sense.
They could kind of do whatever they wanted because it wasn't strict to the...
This is the question that me and him have been asking each other with Star Wars Visions, is instead of giving the episode a rating of a 1 through 10, do you want the story to continue so much so that you would take a 10 episode season of that? So tell me, Ronin, we'll just do
Let's
episode
do the first
1.
2. Let's do the first 2.
Okay, first 2. So we have the Ronin, the Wanderer, Russell, Magistrate. Would you like to see a 10 episode series following his journey?
Honestly, both. And I want to see more rock music, baby. I want to see them rocking out.
That's what I'm talking about.
I kind of expected Anakin to be racing. Didn't you expect that was the episode 1? Oh my God, he's racing. He's pod racing right now.
Because the episode hasn't released, it's holding fast to my I hate it.
And then because the episode hasn't. I got.
So
yeah.
You can change my mind later.
Yeah, I did. I'll change your mind later.
First of all, you didn't change my mind. The episode.
Let's ask that same question, Konnor.
Yes.
About Clone Wars. Or I'm sorry,
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, because I could care less about another 10 episodes of that.
Absolutely do not.
But Visions, give me 20, 30, 40 episodes.
Yeah. They literally punked us because they were like Bad Batch, and it was just a Bad Batch of episodes, and they were like, "Ha!"
We literally named it this. We
named it.
Honestly, and it's crazy too because we're in the minority.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything against anybody that sincerely enjoyed Bad Batch. And we said this multiple times. And
the first episode was fantastic.
The first episode was awesome.
Amazing.
Except when they changed all of Kanan Jarrus's canon, but that was
it is what it is.
Conflict and
Hidalgo came out and said all the stuff that he said about it. Canon is gonna ever evolve.
That guy.
That's a whole nother.
That's the whole problem. You can't say this is canon and then just constantly change it.
Oh, you
because why did you do that to Legends? Why did you do that and say from now on everything's good until we change it?
Wait. Let me move to the camera. There you go. What is that? What's that, Russell?
Money.
He's milking a tiny rat.
He's milking.
Because when Disney bought Star Wars, they're like, well, we have all this that's technically canon.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, let's call it Legends and make
then
our
slowly
own stuff.
bring back everything that was good about it. And
But then
say it was
turn
our
it
idea.
into bad.
It was our idea, but less well executed.
Let's make Rey Jaina and Ben's, I don't want to talk about it.
So the list that I gave,
The rage.
the list that I gave was for Jedi, Ahsoka, Qui-Gon Jinn,
Yeah.
Shatil San,
Satine or Satil?
Satil from the Old Republic.
Did I give my 3?
You said Luke, Revan. You have one more.
I
You
said
put Revan on both sides?
Revan on both sides.
Yeah.
Just because I thought that would be really cool.
I like that take though, because he's not wrong. at
Literally
all.
what I did. That's why I like that take.
Oh, you did it?
I didn't hear you say that.
I had Revan on both sides because of his battle back and forth.
I knew
It was
Justin
like-
would have done
listen
that.
to you.
I knew
Obviously.
Justin would have done that.
I
That's
don't
why I
listen
said
to you.
Justin
I
probably
just I
did it.
tune you out. You know what? This is what I do to you. I mute your mic, and you can't see. There you go. I mute your mic.
Where did
Okay.
Justin go? I was sad.
All right.
My 3.
Third. Yeah, we need the third.
I feel like I'm on the spot here. I should have been thinking about it while you
And
guys
then I
were
said Quinlan
All right, then
Ball.
move to Sith. Move to Sith. Can you start naming some Sith? Top 3 Sith. And I got
I
this
already did
idea.
that.
He did that.
You did that. Yeah, you're right. Sorry,
But
my
I can
bad.
name some more Sith.
No, you're right. You already did that.
Yeah,
'cause you gave
Xana's really
4.
cool.
You gave 4.
Plagueis is awesome.
Did you have
Ooh,
a favorite?
Plagueis.
Did you have a
We should do
favorite
more
favorite moment of the show? Do you have a really
Of
fond
Visions?
memory? No.
Of The
Of the
Mandalorian?
podcast in general.
Oh, sorry. Too many beers.
You know what? You know what I really liked.
Wait, no, I hated
One
all
thing
of
that
them.
we all did is I loved our bridal party. Remember when we did the bridal party and we talked about who we would have as our groomsmen and why we would have them? That was super fun.
K2SO made its rounds through all of our groups.
All of our groups, we had K2SO.
I think there was one where I kind of wrote something, and I don't remember what it was. It was something about planets.
the Alderaan thing. You
Yes.
had a whole prologue of Alderaan.
Yes, that was cool.
And it was Alderaan before it was destroyed, before
Right.
the Empire, because we basically know nothing about Alderaan other than basically big chested Carano comes from there. That's all we know.
But that's funny that you say that.
big chested. Is that enough for you? You got
Yes,
it?
you got
Okay,
it.
just making sure.
Bobes.
Yeah, there it
But
is.
like they explored a little bit of that Mandalorian. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they
so-
said that she was from Alderaan multiple times.
But then that whole thing where they go to get the doctor, remember? I think it was
Yeah.
like second to last episode.
yeah.
And they're like, I was there when your planet was blown up. And he's like egging her on.
Oh, the pilot. Yeah, that was sick.
I was just like, this is the best thing ever.
I think this is something that's a great segue into season 2 Mandalorian. This is something that we had written down. We kind of talked about a little bit of season 1 Mandalorian and kind of the show as a whole, and Mandalorian kicking off the podcast. So season 2 of Mandalorian, my favorite episode, I've never screamed at a TV more, is when Bo-Katan shows up and pulls Din out of the
weird
dude
hatch that he was in.
I absolutely lost it when Bo shows up. Season 2, I still think that season 1 has my heart more than season 2, but season 2 still just it slaps so hard. I think there's a lot more action in season 2. I think it's more Marvel and more action based, but when Bo shows up, I feel like it really came full circle for me as integrating live action and loving Clone Wars and Rebels. It gave me hope to knowing that we're going to see Rebels characters because we're already seeing Clone War stuff. Yep. So anybody else?
Yeah, and then you're seeing bits and pieces of stuff that's leaked about who's playing Ezra. And,
exactly.
And
Sabine
was announced.
After watching Gallery, the whole charade that they had to play for the finale
with Plow Koon and
with
everything.
Plo Koon,
Plow Koon.
Have you ever heard of Star Wars?
Koon,
Why don't you freaking listen to the podcast once in a while?
Hey, why don't you go back and watch Gallery again?
It's Plo Koon. Plo Koon.
Pretty sure it's PLO. But anyway,
okay.
Digress. I watched that thing, no joke, like 3 or 4 times because
First of all, it's not Plow. There's no W. I challenge
Can we
you.
move on?
It's
100%.
Star Wars.
Oh my God, I'll never back down. 2009, See Me is
Razor
filmed in
Crest.
San
Razor Crest.
Can we also say, like, one of the best parts of season 2 of Mandalorian was the pure shock you could see but not see on Mandalorian, on his face, on Din Djarin's face, anytime someone took off their helmet. Like, you didn't even have to see his face, and the horror, like, you could see the horror on his face anytime someone was like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
He's like, oh my God,
you are
Sacrilege.
not Mandalorian.
he's like, give me your armor now.
You show your faces.
You're not a real Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Let me show you my code print or whatever it's called.
Chain
see
code.
this?
You
Chain
see
code.
This is
me.
This is me.
Boba
Boba
Fett.
Fett.
Respect. Best line.
This is, and he points. Like, he points.
This is me.
He points
like-
to the section. He's like, "This is me, Boba Fett." Anyway, favorite Mandalorian season 2. You got one off the top of your head by chance?
No, the finale.
Oh, it's the finale for
Finale.
Russell.
Oh,
Russell,
duh.
Luke.
Come on,
What
I
I
knew
was
that.
going to say
Fanboy,
was
yeah.
the day I was moving into our house.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it, and I had this guy text me. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you
I
see
didn't
it?
spoil anything.
No, but I knew
I
by
knew
his
that-
reaction and the conversations that we had previous. I'm not mad at you. I'm just kidding. Playing it up for the show. He kept saying, "Did you see it? I'm so happy for you, Russ." And I knew just
I
by
didn't
saying
say
that.
that.
Yes, you did.
You did.
Yes, you did. I am so happy for you,
I was
Russell.
disappointed.
Oh my
We
God.
were
Of course you were.
We were disappointed.
I don't hate Luke.
Oh
But
my
I
God.
wanted.
Luke hater.
Like no, I
Luke
don't.
hater.
I desperately wanted like from the ashes, half cyborg, like Mace Windu to come out and take.
They're saving
baby
that, bro. They're
Like
saving
that would be so.
Star Wars Theory
freaking
is
awesome.
coming out with that.
Like if it was Plo Koon, Plow was it?
Just get
Is it
through
a
it,
farm
bro.
instrument or
Yes.
is it a name?
Yeah.
Plowcoon, that's my name.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's a simple
I
life.
would have loved the idea of a Jedi that was not Luke.
It had to have been Luke.
But I
Fight
can see,
me.
yes, no,
It had to have been Luke.
I can see your argument
You're
100%.
shorter than I expected.
But for the sake that doesn't even
That was
I'm
really
just
good.
cutting. I'm just cutting you off.
How did you do that?
for the sake
we
of
have the technology.
See, when I left, you didn't have all this fancy stuff.
for the sake of being like what you expected, I want something different.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke makes sense. Luke was a great choice. It was not a bad choice by any means. I just wanted something
I
to
agree.
shake
Like,
things up.
Yeah.
I was totally happy it was Luke, but at the same time, like, it made sense it was Luke, but it would have been super cool for it to be someone you weren't expecting. Like, we were kind of almost all expecting Luke because
More
of
stories that you're not expecting.
Watch
Like,
the
we know Luke's
YouTube
going to be there.
reactions to see everybody's reaction. Can it be? It can't be. An X-Wing? No, they wouldn't. Oh my gosh. People weren't believing it was Luke until he
Were
removes
we?
the cowl. Even
Were
though they
we?
saw the lightsaber.
Nah, the second I saw it was an X-Wing.
Bro, we saw an X-Wing.
Okay,
like,
you guys
God
are
dang,
Star
they
Wars
went
fans.
safe.
Watch some of those YouTube
They
reactions.
did. They went safe.
No, I
you
agree.
saying-
I agree that we are in the minority that we wanted something other than Luke. I think that more people than not wanted Luke.
Yes,
but
I will agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
Not everybody has
Me
the
and Justin
intellect.
just still feel, and I will say that watching the gallery piece,
I'm a noob.
watching the gallery piece helped me like the episode more.
Yes, way,
One-
way,
one-
way,
You guys
way
didn't
did.
like it the first time you saw it.
Uh-uh.
I haven't
No,
talked to you
It was
since
a
I
safe.
I was not like.
This is
oh,
the 20% that would have
I
made
was
a good
not.
episode.
It was not. Oh, I hate this. It was like.
It was
I am
safe.
so happy for you, Russell, but I secretly wish you would die.
No, it was just like. Well, this is
That went
expected.
dark.
To me, it was like this is what the expected chain of events
It was.
would be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Honestly,
expected
I
and
want.
safe.
Let's just say that because it's the Mandalorian and because it's been so off the beaten path, that that 90% of the people that were watching this, including me, didn't think that they were actually going to bring in Luke because it was so hard to believe that it did happen.
Yeah.
Either way,
You know what I mean?
it doesn't matter like what Mandalorian does. Mandalorian has been so awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Got an idea.
everything that they do is just better than anything we've seen like in theaters and like the stuff that the
John
garbage.
Favreau.
Yeah, the
So-
garbage that they give to us. Like
So all
Mandalorian
four of
can't
us
make
here,
mistakes.
let's wildly throw out a season 3 Mandalorian prediction.
Don't speak that.
Is there going to be a season 3?
There will not be a season 3. That's the prediction.
So
Spoiler.
spoiler warnings for real. If you do not want any spoiler warnings, I appreciate you coming and helping us celebrate our 100th episode. At this point, you will literally want to sign off.
Wait, no, I'm not saying spoilers. I'm saying prediction.
Okay, I'm well, because he just said, is there going to be a season 3?
Opening it up.
Yes, there is going to be a season 3.
Of course, I don't think that's a spoiler, though.
The shooting schedule already leaked for season 3.
I didn't see that.
So it is happening. Predictions for season 3 is for me. I do think that we will end up on. I do think that we will end up on Mandalore, and that's as far as I'm going as far as predictions.
Okay,
I think we have to be at this point.
So
Yeah.
I have a prediction that I've been working on.
Okay.
I think that Luke is going to reject the child. I think that some of the child's dark tendencies are going to make itself prevalent, He's already force choked. He's already he's done some things where it's more he's worrying about self-protecting him and Din. I think Luke's going to refuse to train him, and he's going to show up back with Mando, and that's the explanation as to why he's never part of the Academy. He's never anything there with Kylo in the Skywalker saga. I think that Luke is going to reject him and his force using ability as being too risky. And that's my prediction.
My prediction is that it's going to be very apparent. You're going to start seeing glimmers of it in Book of Boba Fett about the fact that Favreau and Filoni and that side of Lucasfilm is creating an alternate universe.
Oh, so you're still holding on to the multiverse.
And I am holding on to that because, honestly, there are
so
many people. I'm not saying that they're going to redo it. I'm not saying that they're going to redo the sequel trilogy. They're not. Because Carrie Fisher's gone. It's just not going to happen.
But they could undo it. They could undo it. They can undo it.
And maybe do it animated or do it some other way. But they're going to explore the 20-something years between what we're seeing in Mandalorian to the beginning of Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And they're going to explore that because
money.
So
I am on the Star Wars spoiler subreddit. Now I'm not gonna give anything away, I promise. But there's screenshots, there's cell phone pics, there's people that have taken pictures of scripts. There's a lot of stuff on there, a lot of stuff.
And you've seen it all?
I have seen it all. I enjoy spoilers as myself because I love it. I will tell you one thing. I do know what the entirety of Book of Boba Fett is based on.
Okay, before you say anything more,
okay,
I want you to write a piece of paper down of everything that you say that Book of Boba Fett is, and we can read it after the season wraps.
Well, it's not... Oh, okay. I mean, we can do that. Yeah.
No, I think that would be fun.
Awesome.
This is all the things, the spoilers, and, it would be super fun. Let's see,
you can type it.
What of those, spoilers that come, that'll come out, what ends up actually coming out. That would be super fun.
One of the things that I hope comes true is... Do you guys want me to tell you what the main storyline is?
Do it.
Book of Boba?
Is it about bounty hunting?
So the main
Jabba's dead.
The backbone.
Jabba's alive. Oh my god.
The backbone of the Book of Boba Fett is seeking revenge on everybody who has wronged him. Who's the most recent person that wronged Boba Fett?
Han?
Nope.
Luke.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So there's a there's a whole storyline of.
You want to see Luke now? You Luke hater.
Of Luke
looking
coming
at you,
back,
Justy
and
boy.
If they gave Sebastian Stan Luke, I would be all up on
awesome.
Yes.
You know what? With the deep fake stuff and this guy being hired by ILM and him being so good at the deep fake stuff,
That's why they
probably
hired
won't
him.
do it, but
why wouldn't they do it?
I'm not saying you think they're going to do Sebastian Stan or Stan whatever.
No, I think they're going to do the deep fake.
I think they're going to. No, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
they're not going to go
that.
the Stan route. They're going to do the deep fake.
Yeah, there's no reason to pay the price of
Okay.
Stan when you can deep fake.
You say that all, but do you know how crappy of a situation it would be to be the actor that literally does everything and gets no face recognition?
So what does he care?
It's money, man.
It's not no money. It's career. That
Okay.
would be a big burn.
Do we
to
know
somebody.
that actor?
And you know
name
that's
who
already
played-
happened in Star Wars?
Yeah,
Not for a full series though.
It has.
Oh, okay. Yes, it has. Darth Vader.
There you
Chewbacca.
go.
I get what you're saying.
I'm glad
but
it's already happened,
but
man.
not to play an unmasked character.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's
That would be a stinger to an actor.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna continue to get more, of the Book of Boba Fett stuff. I'm super excited about Book of Boba Fett, more so than I was before, based on the, so and so is gonna be in it, so and so is gonna be in it. If we find you a really cool rocking chair, we might have to stick to the whole thing where I can't watch it, and then you have to explain it to me, and then I can watch it. We legitimately might have to stick to that, because I said I'd die on that hill, and my God, if I say I'll die on a hill, stab me with a lightsaber, I'll die on that hill. So, but anyway.
One of the many awesome lightsabers we've seen in Visions.
Yes. All right, so you get back to us on what Visions episode you want to be on. Justin, I think this is a good point to wrap up.
Solid.
Yeah.
Actually, we've gotten 3 questions from the crowd.
Okay.
For you guys.
Oh, let's do it.
Question
Wait,
1.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
okay.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Wait, we have people listening?
Question number 1. What do you feel?
How
is
big
your
around? Girth.
Is my stomach? It's really big.
Oh, sorry.
All right, what?
What do you feel is your greatest accomplishment for the podcast?
100 episodes, guys. That's an
100 episodes is a pretty big deal. We in December of 2019, we broke into the top 10 in the United States in entertainment, interview, and TV on Apple Podcasts. That actually happened.
Solid.
That was an email from Apple. You get like an update. You get an update monthly where you are, and because we were actually cracking a charts in the genre that we were, which was TV and interview for The Mandalorian, once again in December of 2019.
I forgot about that. That's a that was
December
solid.
2019. Yeah, we
that
were
was super exciting.
We were top 10 in the United States.
I would say
category.
that, as well as our go-to episodes, have always been super fun and exciting to do, like to bring the show on the road and then bring a crowd with us that actually shows up to listen and support us.
The Wops Hop episode
was
fun.
Yeah, that was amazing. We had a lot of people show up, and then today, coincidentally,
they went on pause because of COVID. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
We had like two or three all in the
it.
works that all just kind of fizzled because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
but like
And you
back
guys-
at it now.
Yeah, I mean, I left the show for a little while, and you guys kept on trucking through COVID. You know, you did what you had to do,
yeah.
and here you are with 100 episodes.
And you know what else?
I mean, it started with a few guys on some cell phones, and like here you are.
Yeah, literally.
That's pretty awesome.
One of my other favorite things is getting Travis on the show, like having Travis from Tom and Dan, who's out of the state right now.
Did we even? Oh, he's out. Okay,
he's out of the state. He had a wedding that he was
yeah.
going to be here, but like just like connections of like other local Orlando podcasts that are like all supporting each other. Like
you know what? You know what's actually another highlight for me?
And Chris too. Like we're on the opposite coasts.
Yeah.
Like the entire country across. Like the way you're able to support and like show love and feed listeners to each other's media.
Rural Farm Boy.
Dude,
Anthony.
Tony too.
He is an avid Star Wars podcast listener.
It's not our story to tell.
I really feel that Tony was an organic, one of the first organic listeners. I really don't know how Anthony found our podcast, but he became a Patreon member. He consistently retweets our stuff, interacts with us. He left voicemails when we were doing Mandalorian Season 2 so that we could hear his take on stuff. He's a very interesting person. And I'd love to get, and he interacts with so
Number one favorite moment is when he rejected one of our shirts and said, "I only wear vintage clothing."
Yeah. So he was like, he's a fan of the show. And we were like, "Hey, we'd love to send you a shirt." And he goes, "I don't wear regular T-shirts." And we were like, "Okay."
You know, can I say, thinking about like
get him a collar,
authentic like people like listening to the show.
He felt super organic, and it makes me feel good thinking about somebody like Tony who like legitimately found the show, something that we.
I feel like some of the best parts of the show were when people were calling in, when we used to call in after the Mandalorian and do like live reactions.
We got to start it again.
It takes something like the Mandalorian to excite people enough to call in.
And that's the thing is everybody's so busy, and people were already watching the Mandalorian. Like, we were recording when the Mandalorian was releasing, which was on Friday. Like, people were in that mood, and it's gotten a little hard to get people to get back into that mix. But Book of Boba Fett will happen again.
We'll revamp it.
Oh yeah, we'll.
And I think you could do it with Visions. I think a lot of people are enjoying Visions.
The hard thing, though, is that Visions got released all at once.
Yeah, but you're doing your episodes
You know what? He's right. We need to throw it out there.
Yeah.
We need to get the people to call in.
I'll call in.
You're calling?
We can pick and choose
I mean,
when
I
we
live
play
like
a voicemail.
2 minutes away from you.
That's true.
I'll call in.
Yeah,
I'll take some shots and play some trouble, and I will call in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question. Where do you want to be at episode 200? We know it's going to be the 10-year anniversary of Konnor.
Yes.
Hopefully at Toll Road.
So 200.
That's another 2 years, roughly.
I would legitimately like to have.
I'm not talking to Konnor. We are not on speaking terms anymore, remotely.
We're still
this long.
We're still a part of the. No. We're still a part of the podcast. We don't communicate. We record our own sections and send it to each
part
other.
A and part B.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like this guy.
So where would so 200 episodes? I would like to have a somebody who has directly worked for Lucasfilm participate in the podcast.
Yes,
That'd
that
be
would be.
awesome.
That would be.
Because to be
amazing.
completely honest, I have seen other podcasts that I feel have
Less quality.
of an audience,
less quality, less audience.
less of an, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's my point. Is not that we are better than them. I'm simply stating a fact that
Right.
I
Well,
have seen.
There's a level of effort put into something. Period. And there's some people that have connections, and the connections is what works for them.
We legitimately do not have any connections. I would love to have somebody, and maybe we just need to reach out more. I don't really know, but I would love to. I saw some people that got Katie Satkoff on their podcast, and I was just like, how in the world is she your cousin? Like how?
I want in on that if that
and
happens.
I don't even, and that was just a random name.
Starbucks fan.
That was just a random name that I pulled out. That's not anything at anybody. I don't know if anybody
Hildoggo.
actually. I'm sure
That would make an awesome guest, dude.
that actually would.
No, you guys put in a lot of work, so it'd be cool to see that rewarded. Third question.
Wait, Justin. 200 episodes. Did you have a legitimate answer?
200 episodes. Yeah, I am on the same path. Like, I want to get some guest that is in some type of produced Star Wars something.
Yeah.
Maybe not. You said George Lucas directly. It doesn't.
No, I just meant like affiliated with Lucasfilm.
Yeah, that's my biggest. Like, we've reached out to a lot of people. I mean, I have spoken with Timothy Zahn.
It is true.
Personally.
It is true.
So
It actually is.
that
true.
was like the biggest moment of my life. He
Yeah.
literally rejected me, but I'm like, that's fine.
That's fine.
I talked to Timothy Zahn.
You guys need to get was it Mike Thompson?
Mark Thompson.
Mark
Mark
Thompson.
the
Thompson.
voiceover.
That would be
Penguin House
incredible.
Audio, Star Wars
Yes.
in a galaxy far. Dude, he's the best.
Every
voice
MegaCon
actor.
and every Star Wars celebration he's at.
Dude, he is.
And he
the-
does like custom voicemails.
Bro, he's the best.
In like Yoda or whatever
He's the
sound
best.
voice you want. So
Yeah,
there you go.
He can do
Pitch him
Han,
right
he
there.
can do Luke. He can do everybody.
Oh, hey, is that a youth Ron? That's still my favorite. Is when he
Oh,
does the
his-
guy from
the Wild Space.
the Wild Space
Yeah.
kid. He is my he's my favorite. Anyway,
All right, the third and most important question.
yes.
The Razor Crest.
Where is Konnor's good, embarrassing story?
Yeah, seriously.
You know what?
burrito.
He's avoided this 100 episodes.
The people want it.
So my good embarrassing story is not PG. That's the problem.
Well, tell it in a PG-13.
Put it in the Patreon.
All right.
episode.
So
NC-17.
hang on.
I made this bumper. Bumper's fired.
We need to bring it back. All right, the embarrassing story. Let me see if I can give this in a PG rating. It is my 5-year anniversary.
Wedding night.
When you get married,
Are you telling the guacamole story?
when you get married,
I've heard this.
you're allowed certain provisions. And during those provisions, sometimes you need a little bit extra, because sometimes things are dry. Sometimes you need to add
Okay.
some lubricant to make things go smoother.
Right.
Guacamole,
Sometimes
bro?
the BH is dry.
And the greatest thing is, when an engine is rolling and the piston is going, and it's going real fast. I mean, this is like the first time that the engine has been running. And you're going through those cylinders just, as fast as you can. Sometimes you throw a piston.
I think I can.
Sometimes you
train that could.
Sometimes you throw a piston and that piston goes in the wrong cylinder.
It's the angry dolphin. That's what we call that.
And the angry dolphin cries for the rest of the night because it hurt.
We've all been there, buddy.
You sure she wasn't laughing? No, I'm just kidding.
That was embarrassing only because it was legitimately an accident, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Sure it was.
you do it accidentally, whatever." And yeah, I was put on the spot for that.
Sometimes
yeah,
the angry dolphin,
Yeah.
it bites you. The dolphin can bite you when you try to play with it and it's not expecting it.
Yeah, no. The dolphin was not happy with the use of the blowhole. It did not go well. It was not a trained procedure that we were used to at SeaWorld.
Exit
The
only.
trainer did not give the go-ahead signal. Fish were not given
Willie was not free.
Yeah, really. Oh no,
Willie was jailed.
Willie was free. That was the problem.
You guys remember the fin that would
It
like
was
curl
flopping
over?
around crazy.
Yeah, it was flopping around crazy. You know, I think a real problem too with that though is I really don't feel like I get embarrassed. You know what? Wait, have I told the gym story about the essay?
Save it,
No.
bro.
Okay. This is another one. I legitimately, I don't think I've
Have
told
you told the
this
story when you get angry at everybody for celebrating your 5th wedding anniversary?
Oh, no, that was on camera.
Let's replay that tape.
Okay.
Oh man, I missed that.
So no. So the other kind of like embarrassing story. I don't think I've told this. This is something that I actually am legitimately. I still think about to this day. So in Florida, we have the FCATs. Okay, the
FCATs.
The FCATs is a state test, a standardized test, and you have to pass.
Because we in Florida are doomed.
Right. Okay. So in 4th grade, you have to do the FCAT rights, which is where you have to write a 5-paragraph essay. I was given an essay where I had to write about. I was granted a big bonus from the state, and I had to put it back into a school. And what would I use it to what would I use the money for?
What would you fund?
What would I fund? I wrote a 5-paragraph essay about building a gym, and I spelled the essay JIM the entire time.
That's pretty embarrassing, bro.
The entire 5 paragraphs.
Wait, how'd you spell it? GAM?
JIM. Like Jim
From
Halpert.
The Office.
It was his own build a gym factory.
Hey,
Can we make a meme on this?
Hey.
Someone's got to make a
Hey.
KonKonScantina's meme about
Konnor,
Jim.
hey,
Using
That
Jim
is
Halpert.
such a short and sweet story.
hey, I'm not kidding. I got a 3.5. I passed. I'm not kidding. Hey,
Again,
He's
we
like,
in Florida are
technically, he only
dumb.
spelled one word wrong.
technically, I only spelled
The
one
main
word.
word, the whole premise of the story was spelled wrong.
You got all the other ones right.
I would love to build a gym.
Jim.
And in that gym, this is not the time, Tully.
She's got a little baby
What's her
Yoda.
Black Series Yoda?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's a good one for me. I legitimately spelled the entire gym JIM. Didn't know that GYM was Jim because the English language is
You gotta
retarded.
watch out for that silent Y.
It got me.
Oh my god, that is a
You
solid
never heard-
sto-
I
no,
never
that
told
is
you
a-
that?
that is a perfect story.
Yeah, that one
It's
got
so
me.
sweet and simple and short. Like it's perfect.
That's perfect.
5 paragraphs.
Oh
it was
my God.
it was
I think the-
JIM.
All right, so I got our
Fans
guest.
approve.
Based on that story,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna have to get Krasinski in here.
Yeah. We'll send him an email. Hey, look, bro. When I was in the 4th grade, I wrote an entire essay about you, and we need
We
to
got to
have you
start it
come
off
over
with a
here.
meme.
Yeah.
Somehow blend KonKon
Yeah.
Cantina with Jim Halpert, and it'll happen, bro.
Guys, I think it's time to wrap it up.
It's been a great 100 episodes.
Yeah.
I thank you for sharing them with me, sir.
Dude,
Thank you for
good to
letting
be
me
here,
be a part
guys.
of the 100th episode.
everybody, thank you for the anniversary party, and this was also our
100th episode of Justina's Cantina.
Justina's Cantina, bringing it in strong. Here, you know what? Here, get the glasses up. Here's to 100 more.
Oh, I'm empty.
Mine's
It's
empty,
all
too.
right.
To
We'll get more.
200!
To 200, guys.
Send our demons to the sky.